Pipe bursting deteriorated utility service lines and pulling in new pipe with the Vermeer Pipeburst system is a simple, cost-effective method of replacing them. The Vermeer Pipeburst system can replace the connecting pipeline between the main line and the customer without expensive excavation and restoration costs. This system saves money for all parties: municipality, contractor, and customer. Designed with simplicity and versatility in mind, the Pipeburst system is ideal for replacing or upsizing small diameter water and sewer lines for building to curb or building to main bursting applications. The compact Vermeer Pipeburst system is fast becoming the preferred method for service line replacement in confined areas, backyards, and basements. The Pipeburst system can handle bursting projects up to 100 feet in length. Equipped with a variable speed, air-powered winch, the system comes with two bursting tool options: a 3-inch hammerhead mole for 4-inch line replacement and a 5 1/8-inch hammerhead for 6-inch line replacement. The Vermeer Pipeburst system is the latest in technology in the pipe bursting industry. All the equipment needed can quickly be transported on the back of a pickup. Easily moved and set up by one person, it employs a quick stake-down unit for the Pipeburst winch. The Pipeburst system requires minimal excavation, which is extremely important when other utilities are close or when landscape restoration is an issue. Here's an overview of the way pipe bursting with the hammerhead mole works. The pneumatic bursting tool is inserted inside the new polyethylene pipe. A proper size bursting head is attached to the new PE pipe. A winch cable is hooked to the tool that will help keep it on line and grade as it progresses through the existing line. As the pneumatic tool moves forward, the assembly is simultaneously winched to the exit area. This action bursts the existing pipe and pushes the pieces of old pipe into the surrounding soil no further than the outside edge of the bursting head as the new PE pipe is pulled into place. With the Vermeer Pipeburst system, the pneumatic tool is protected inside the new pipe. The steel burst head is the leading edge used in fracturing the old pipe. When the bursting unit has reached its destination, the stake-down unit and winch cable are removed. Then the tool is placed into reverse. The reverse action of the tool helps to back it out of the new line all the way to the launch pit. The bursting head is cut off and removed. The house service line installation is complete and ready for connection. The Vermeer Pipeburst system was recently used to replace a century-old sewer lateral that ran under the shop floor of a bakery. The Pipeburst system was perfect for working in this restricted space and saved the customer the expense of having to excavate his entire shop floor. Take a look at the way the Vermeer Pipeburst system was used to replace 80 feet of this deteriorated sewer lateral. Access to the line was gained through a clean-out connection point. A receiving pit was excavated at a lateral connection to one of the sink drains. The 3-inch hammerhead mole was carefully slid into the Pipeburst system stake down for the winch. The top stake section was screwed on, clamping the tool in place. The stake-down unit was placed into this pit. Then the air hose was attached to the stake-down tool. The oiler was filled, and with the air supply hose connected to the oiler, the stake-down tool was ready for insertion. Keeping the stake vertical, the tool was turned on, driving the stake into the ground. The optional brace kit could have been used had the exit area been in soft soils. The brace kit helps maintain the stability of the stake-down unit. With the stake in place, the air-powered Pipeburst winch was set on top of the stake-down unit. A small pulley for the winch cable was pinned to the stake-down unit. Air hoses were then coupled to the air winch. The same compressor that drove the stake-down unit supplied air to the winch and to the pipe bursting tool during the actual burst. To get the winch cable to the launch area, it was attached to the end of the feed line that was previously inserted through the existing utility line. The winch cable was then pulled to the launch area. New HDPE pipe sections were square-faced. and then fused together into one 80-foot long string. The new pipe was marked every 5 feet, so the approximate location of the tool could be located at all times. To get the new pipe ready to pull in, a line was rotted down the new pipe. The air hose was then pulled into the new pipe. Then the air hose was connected to the hammerhead mole, which was then slid inside the new pipe. Silicone was applied to the end of the new pipe. This would make it easier to remove the burst head after the job was done. With the silicone in place, the burst head was placed over the new pipe. Keeping the burst head aligned with the new pipe, appropriate size holes were drilled through the pre-drilled holes in the burst head and through the new PE pipe. These holes were used to screw in Vermeer-approved retaining screws and attach the burst head to the new pipe. The last step in preparing the new pipe, tool, and bursting head was to connect the winch cable to the hammerhead mole. Before the burst was started, just to make sure everything was ready, the tool and air line were started and checked for proper operation and for any twists or leaks in the air line. With everything prepared, the winch was turned on. It guided the new pipe, bursting head, and tool to the launch pit, nesting the bursting head inside the existing line. With the Pipeburst winch cable taut, the valve on the oiler was opened, starting the ramming action of the tool. During the burst, everyone on site monitored the bursting action, checking the process of the burst. When the burst head reached the exit pit, the tool was shut off and the bursting action was stopped. Easy as could be, the old line is cracked and the new line has been pulled in its place, same line and grade. The exit procedures were simple. The pneumatic tool stakedown was removed by hooking up the air supply and reversing the stakedown tool, removing the mast. Then the tool inside the new pipe was put into reverse and was reversed out of the new pipe back to the launch area. This one step saved the crew from having to dig a much bigger receiving pit. At the receiving pit, the burst head was removed from the new PE. This new pipe was now ready to be connected. Here's what the contractor and the customer had to say about the Vermeer Pipeburst system.
The sewer line had basically been ruined by chemicals that were put down the line. The cast iron pipe had large gaps in it, needed to be replaced. But we really weren't quite sure how we were going to do it because the line ran under some large baking machines that we really couldn't move, so we didn't quite know what we were going to do. The back burst was under a basement floor, out the back of the building to the main, about 40 feet long. The front burst was, the front section of the bakery had no basement under it. It was on a concrete slab. The sewer was 1.5 to 2 feet deep. And we went from the basement area in the back of the bakery all the way to the front of the bakery with that burst. There was a head attached to a pipe with a hammerhead mole inside of it that drove the head through the existing pipe, bursting the cast iron as it went and dragging a new pipe behind it. It also had a winch at the opposite end of the pipe that applied pressure to the head to pull it through the pipe. I am just tickled with it. I think it worked fantastic. I don't know what else we could have done, and things turned out much better than what some of the concerns that we originally had. So we're really happy. We really didn't know what to do. That is our only other option. Cut up the entire shop floor and move some of the large machinery that was sitting on that floor. I guess I really didn't know quite what to expect, having never encountered the machine, but I was real happy with the way the process went. We were hoping to get it accomplished in 2 days, and that's exactly what it took. 2 partial days where we worked while the bakery was not in business.
Well, we've had to have the sewer cleaner come quite often, and he said there were broken pipes or tiles in the pipeline, and it was becoming more of a normal occurrence to call them quite regularly. Well, we were able to stay in business for one thing, which was a big positive. It caused a little inconvenience, but it wasn't bad. We could work, and the men were willing to work around our hours, so that helped a lot too. It's certainly an interesting procedure, and it looks like it'd be a real positive asset for the industry.
This one job was similar to others that the Pipeburst system has been used on to replace lateral lines. Jobs that saved both contractor and customer time and money. As you can see, the Vermeer Pipeburst system is a simple, fast, and cost-effective way to replace service lines.